Episode 9 is said to have many different twists and turns, as well as surprises in this movie by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one aspect of Episode 9 that a lot of people are truly looking forward to seeing in this movie is exactly how J.J. Abrams is going to utilize all the different references to the original trilogy and even the prequel trilogy era in this film. Now, we do know that Disney and Lucasfilm are using this movie as a course correction, so it seems as though that nostalgia and fan service is what's really driving this movie and is what's really actually going to make it feel a whole lot more like it's standing out from both The Last Jedi and The Force Awakens. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with Kylo Ren, the Knights of Ren, and even Darth Vader. Specifically, a description of Kylo Ren on board of his ship with the Knights of Ren. It's described that in the background lies a figure of the remnants of Darth Vader's suit. It's described that Kylo is in the pilot's seat holding Darth Vader's helmet and talking to it, eventually walking to the back of his ship and placing the helmet on top of Vader's suit figure. It's described that Kylo has been developing a shrine of Vader that is eventually moved over to his ship, where the melted helmet completes the figure of Vader. The next goes over Kylo holding the pieces of Darth Vader's lightsaber, where it said that Vader's breathing is planned to be heard in the background in a faint way. It said that Kylo keeps it on a display on board of his ship that makes the saber appear to be in one piece. So I really want to go over a couple of parts about this. Now, this is somewhat similar to what we heard a couple of days ago, almost a week ago, about Kylo Ren actually owning the remnants of Darth Vader's suit in the figure of like a stick figure of some kind that's actually completing all different pieces of Darth Vader's armor and his suit pieces. So what's really intriguing about all of this is that this is all eventually moved over on board of Kylo Ren's new ship. And a little info about Kylo Ren's new ship is that it is indeed going to be a white colored ship in design, and it's going to be a mixture of Kylo Ren's TIE silencer and the shuttle that we all saw in The Force Awakens and in The Last Jedi, so it shall be very interesting to see exactly how popular his new ship/shuttle is really going to be in this movie. Now, as far as Darth Vader goes, this is yet another way of J.J. Abrams paying respect to the character of Vader and giving us an homage to the character of Vader, you know, bringing us back to the original trilogy. Now, a lot of people are trying to figure out exactly, you know, what the big deal is with Kylo Ren being so obsessed about, you know, his grandfather and whatnot, and why J.J. Abrams is bringing back that element in this movie. Honestly, I think it's a very reasonable drive for Kylo Ren to be fully embraced with the dark side of the Force. He was neglected as a child from his own father, Han Solo, and his own mother, Leia Organa. So he looks up to his grandfather, somebody of power, someone that once ruled the galaxy, somebody that is like him, per se, that is very powerful within the Force itself. So I want to go over the melted helmet that Kylo Ren is actually talking to on board of his ship. Now, it seems as though that J.J. Abrams is also bringing back that element in Episode 9 where Kylo Ren is a little delusional, right? Where he's talking to Vader's helmet for some odd reason. Now, a lot of people have always been wondering, could it very well be that Kylo Ren is hearing a voice? We do know that dark side Force ghosts are supposed to be a thing in this movie, also known as hybrid Force ghosts, where it's basically the dark version of a light side Force ghost. Now, like I say, you know, if J.J. Abrams really wants to bring that into fruition, that does make a lot of sense as to why Kylo Ren would be talking to the helmet in The Force Awakens. Now, other than that, you know, what I do find very intriguing is how Kylo Ren owns the pieces of Darth Vader's lightsaber, and it's actually in a display on board of his ship that makes it appear as if the saber is in one piece, and is pretty much intact. Now, one would, you know, pretty much wonder, why would the lightsaber not be destroyed after falling down the shaft of the Death Star 2 before its explosion? Now, like I say, the lightsaber itself fell down the Death Star 2 well before the actual explosion. Somebody could have came across it, picked it up, and escaped the Death Star 2 just in time, or it very well could have just fell down to the surface of the forest moon of Endor, where the Acolytes of the Beyond eventually came across it. Like I say, guys, if you are familiar with the EU, there is a little book called The Glove of Darth Vader, where the actual hand of Darth Vader survives the fall of the Death Star 2 because it gets caught in a piece of shrapnel or a piece of metal or something like that falls down to the surface, I believe, of Endor it was, or maybe if it was a different planet, I can't quite remember. But if the glove of Darth Vader survived in the EU, his lightsaber most certainly could survive in, of course, Star Wars Episode 9 by JJ. So I already see the parallels of Legends material of what JJ Abrams is trying to cherry pick from and inserting it into Episode 9. Vader's lightsaber surviving could very well be JJ's version of the Glove of Darth Vader book in the EU. So moving past all of this, alright, what I do find very intriguing about this is that how Kylo Ren actually boards the Darth Vader shrine on board of his new ship in this movie. So we're going to see a lot of Darth Vader's helmet in this film. We're going to see this shrine, the remnants of Darth Vader's armor, and it does make a lot of sense now because we do know that the Knights of Ren apparently are connected to the Acolytes of the Beyond because they traveled over to the Beyond. Whatever that part of the galaxy really is, we're not quite sure just yet. But as far as Darth Vader goes, guys, let me know what you think about all this below in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.